Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Jessica Harrington. Tonight on the Now Bakersfield, it's National Truck Driver Week, how Walmart is celebrating its drivers, including 2 from right here in Kern County. Plus, is your child getting tired of PB&J sandwiches every day for lunch at school? Well, we have an easy treat that you can make to help switch it up a bit in a new episode of Simply Sweet. That's all ahead on the Now Bakersfield. Chris?
And hello from Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm Chris Stewart, and we're still feeling the effects of Florence 24 hours after it really started to have an impact on this area here along the Carolina coast. You can see the flooding, though. This has really come up as the tide has come in and the rain has continued to fall down. We're right in front of the Cape Fear River that you see behind me right here. This is a big area of concern because of the flooding problems that this area is known to have. Now, I want you to take a look at this video. This storm overnight making landfall officially in a place called Wrightsville Beach, which is just a couple miles from where we are, right along the beach. You can see here a road washed out. And remember, we were just there on Wednesday and we had to leave because it was just too dangerous to be there, exactly for the reason you're looking at right there. Now an area that has really felt the wrath of this storm. Let's just go about 2 hours away from where we are in New Bern, North Carolina. Take a look at this video. All the debris that washed up in the storm surge. We know that about 200 people had to be rescued overnight because of the flooding. At least another 150 people had to be rescued this afternoon. We have a ton to get to this evening when it comes to the impact of this storm in different parts of the Carolinas. And when we return, we're going to be going to Charleston, South Carolina. People there, they have been urged to evacuate, but as our crew found, many people say they just don't want to do it.
Well, this week is National Truck Driver Week, and to honor their drivers, Walmart has released a special commercial featuring 2 locals. Now Bakersfield's Tori Cooper spoke to one of them who is featured in the commercial about her journey to the top of the totem pole. Tori?
Jessica, the Walmart commercial is already running tonight and will continue to run hundreds of times in markets all across the U.S. And driver Marie Williams says she was happy to be a part of the illustration depicting the profession as well as the job she always dreamed of having. Marie Williams travels many miles in her truck. But going the distance comes at a price.
There was times where I had to go out of state. I was driving across country. I've been through a lot of bad weather and, hurricanes and tornadoes, and there's been all kind of stuff out there.
On average, all Walmart truck drivers combined travel over 700 million miles each year, delivering cases of merchandise to Walmart and Sam's Club locations across the nation, according to Walmart officials. And Williams says after starting off as a Walmart store employee, she wanted to be a driver. And 5 years later, she says she is finally in the job she aspired to do her whole life after growing up in Los Angeles and later moving to Porterville.
I feel like every time I'm up and down the 99 delivering the stores, I'm helping my people out, everybody out here in California.
Williams says working for the Porterville Walmart pickup and drop-off branch feels like something more than a 9-to-5 job.
A family-oriented company.
Making her miles worth the trek every year.
Company where they actually take care of their drivers. We get recognized for the things we do, and we also get recognized for Driver Appreciation Week.
And supervisors say hard workers like Williams don't get overlooked, especially during Truck Driver Appreciation Week.
She is very, very positive and upbeat, and it's a tough job.
And that's why they chose Williams to be one of the many Walmart faces featured in this new 2018 Thank You to Walmart Drivers commercial, airing hundreds of times across the nation right now. A special thank you that Williams says is worth the sacrifice she makes every day to do this job.
I spent a lot of time away from my family.
A job that Williams says pays well, but requires her time too.
I can drive for 11-hour days.
The commercial meant to highlight the work drivers like Williams do each year to encourage new drivers to join the fleet of over 7,000 drivers, making an average of $86,000 annually. And Williams says it's not the only perk of the job.
I get time off, great medical benefits.
A job she's grateful to have.
I was honored to be able to do it because I feel like I'm representing all our drivers out here, what we do every day.
Williams says that she enjoys the job for traveling purposes and because it enables her to meet new people. And if you would like a closer look at the new commercial, head to our website, turnto23.com. For the Now Bakersfield, I'm Tori Cooper, 23 ABC.
All right, Tori, thanks. With school back in session, it might be a struggle for some families to figure out fresh ideas on what to pack the kids for lunch. Tonight in a new episode of Simply Sweet, the Now Bakersfield's Allison Gargaro shows us a fast and easy snack to make that can help kick up your child's lunchbox a notch.
Welcome back to Simply Sweet. I'm Allison Gargaro, and today we're going to be spicing up your kids' lunchbox. Instead of making a regular turkey sandwich, we're going to be using the turkey lunch meat as well as ham and salami to wrap around a creamy and crunchy filling. But you can fill these with your kids' favorite ingredients, but I'm going to show you a few of my family's favorites. Let's get started. First, we're going to start with the salami roll-ups. Actually, the easiest of the three. We're just going to take some salami that I got from the lunch meat aisle, and then I cut up string cheese. So 2 ways lengthwise, and then cut it right in half. So it makes a little bit smaller portion because these are tiny little rolls. And then now we're going to place the string cheese on top and roll the salami around it, and make sure you do it tight so that when you put it in your kid's lunch bag, it won't come unwrapped. Next, we're on to the turkey roll-ups. So we have some turkey meat, and then I'm going to be adding in some hummus. The type of hummus that I'm using is a spicy jalapeno cilantro one, but feel free to use red pepper or any of your kids' favorites. And then we're actually going to be filling it with some red peppers. So let's first use our lunch meat slice and then put a little bit of the hummus down, and then use the back of the spoon just to spread it. And then we will add 1 pre-cut sliced red pepper right in the center. We'll do it lengthways so that all we have to do is roll this up, and again, do it nice and tight. And then it's perfect. On to the last, the ham rolls. And these are my absolute favorite and my dad's. My mom makes them for him at least once a week, and he loves to snack on them. But I was thinking these would even be really good to make and serve at your next football game. So we're going to start with a slice of ham, and then we have some cream cheese. Now this is, you have to make sure it's nice and soft because it is a little bit harder to spread on the ham. And then we are going to top it with some green onions that I have chopped. Now, if your kids don't like green onions, maybe you could add another crunch of celery or capers, but I think the green onion gives it a really nice flavor. And then again, just going to roll this guy up, and I'll finish rolling the rest. Now that we're done rolling, I plated them all and topped it with a little bit of green onion to give it some color. But it's so nice because your kids will not get bored at lunch because they can either have the turkey with the pepper or the salami and cheese and the ham with the green onion. So good, but it is finally time to taste. I'm going to try the turkey one. It's so nice. You get a little crunch from the pepper and a little bit of heat from the hummus that I use. But I can't wait to hear what combinations you guys try and how your kids like it. You can let me know on Facebook, Simply Sweet Allison. Thanks for watching.
Professional kitchen and appliances provided by Earners, Kern County's appliance leader.
Let's get to the Now News feed. Other big stories we're watching today. President Trump's former campaign chairman pleaded guilty today to 2 federal charges, avoiding a second trial. The charges are related to Paul Manafort's Ukrainian consulting work. Today's deal requires him to cooperate fully and truthfully with the Russia investigation. 12 jurors will decide whether a Chicago police officer is innocent or guilty in the shooting of a teenage boy. Attorneys for the officer, Jason Van Dyke, made the announcement today. Van Dyke faces 6 counts of first-degree murder in the 2014 shooting of Laquan McDonald. Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh is denying a sexual misconduct allegation. The New Yorker reported the alleged incident took place at a party when he was in prep school. In a statement issued today, Kavanaugh said, "I did not do this back in high school or at any time." Chris?
All right, Kamasi, thank you. And we are here in Wilmington, North Carolina. It is going to be a rainy couple of days. Certainly been very rainy today. We're still feeling some wind gusts, but just nothing compared to what we saw early this morning. Take a look at this video that I shot in my hotel room. This is unbelievable. The gusts overnight, just as this storm continued in, as it made landfall not far from where we are. You can just see the wind pushing the rain through downtown. Lost power about 6 o'clock in the morning. Saw multiple transformers outside explode as well. And I'll tell you, you could just feel the wind just forcing the windows to just shake as this storm ramped up. And here in North Carolina, again, it's going to be a rainy couple of days. In fact, we've learned here in Wilmington there's going to be a curfew at 10 o'clock tonight. They want people off of the roads. We've seen many businesses actually boarded up before this storm, people just leaving their businesses behind, but some people leaving a very strong message. Take a look at this video. This is out of Myrtle Beach. Take a look at what these say. Yes, looters will be shot on the plywood covering the windows there at a restaurant. A very strong message for a very strong storm. You're watching The Now. Now, we do want to turn our attention to Charleston, South Carolina. They're really starting to feel the effects of Florence just tonight. And the Now's Chris Welch. He's been in Charleston all week, seeing how people have been getting ready. And there have been a lot of people who have left, but he's also found many people, though they are urged to evacuate, deciding to stay and, in fact, having a good time, going out to bars, going out to restaurants. And that's been raising some concern.
Those are not distress calls. And that is not the sound we usually associate with the words ghost town.
Help me out because I'm a little confused. Is there a hurricane on its way?
I'm not sure.
Is there a mandatory evacuation going on right now?
Oh, I have no idea.
My mandatory evacuation is right here.
Joking aside, they really are under a state-issued mandatory evacuation. But you'd never know it here at One Broad, the name of the tavern, and the address where there's a party unlike any other.
It's essentially a hurricane party.
I'm just wandering around the streets a little bit with all the boarded up houses, but then you come across this and you're like, holy crap, what's going on? There's like tons of people here and it's like a bumping Saturday night.
And believe it or not, Florence isn't the first natural disaster they've partied through. Excuse me, sir. They did this for the last few years, and in fact, it's become almost a tradition.
It happened last year for Irma, the year before that for Matthew.
It's absolutely a tradition. I have people that tell me in December and in like May, I can't wait for like the storm to come through because we know you're going to be there and you're going to have a party.
I mean, is there any part of you that goes, okay, this hurricane could actually take a turn for the worse and we might not be ready for it?
Yeah.
But that's why bar employees took us upstairs.
So yeah, we just got everybody's tent set up, everybody's in a comfy spot.
Where for the next couple of days, bartenders and servers like Topper Kidney can crash.
I think we'll be okay. We're just hanging out, working, having fun.
That meh attitude, a common theme here among the diehards who've chosen to stay.
I'm not going anywhere.
Hoping their go-with-the-flow attitude was the right call.
We'll still be here. We're going to still be jamming out. It's going to be on. We'll be open throughout the whole thing.
Reporting for The Now in Charleston, South Carolina.
All night, all day.
I'm Chris Welch.
Wow, incredible. Well, here at home, you can show your support for first responders here in Kern County at the annual First Responders Appreciation Day Car Show. It's happening tomorrow from 7 a.m. to noon at the Crest Bar and Grill on Weibel Road. Along with meeting first responders, you can also get the chance to meet the California Pinups and Patriots. There will be fire trucks and classic cars on display. It is free and open to the public. Taking a live look outside in downtown Bakersfield, you can see the fair is setting up. Not quite here yet, but these temperatures are absolutely beautiful, and there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend. Allison?
It is so beautiful out there today, and there's so many fun events that are starting tonight and continuing into the weekend, like the Taco and Beer Festival. You still have time to get out there this evening. It is open until 9 p.m. and temperatures are going to be down to 74 degrees. So really not too bad out there this evening, but we have been feeling an onshore flow that's making its way into the county. So right now we're looking at 9-mile-per-hour gusts in Bakersfield, 20 up in the Kern River Valley, as well as in some of our desert cities. So unfortunately, that does mean we have dry conditions as well and could be bringing an elevated fire risk to our desert cities as we head into the weekend. But that does mean another day of moderate air quality, better than what we were seeing today with an AQI of 58. But as for temperatures go, well, we are still going to be hanging out in the mid to upper 80s through next Thursday. 86 degrees as a high tomorrow, and then for the first day of the fair, 85 degrees, and then temperatures warming back up to the 90s by Friday, continuing through the weekend, but those temperatures are still below seasonal.
A Nike coupon with Colin Kaepernick's face on it. It's been making the rounds all over social media, offering huge discounts for people of color. But guess what? This is a fake. Nike sent out an alert to warn their employees. The Now's Annie Taylor found out this Nike coupon isn't the only fake one out there. Here's what else you should watch out for.
That's right, Kamasi. A couple of red flags to spot fake coupons like the Nike one. Number one, if the coupon says share with your friends or like the page to get the deal. Also, if you have to fill out a survey or give your email to get the coupon, all red flags. Just know once you click on the online coupon, your account is compromised. You could end up with malware and spreading it to friends and contacts on your social media site. So to verify a social media coupon is real, you can check out the business's page or website to see if the same offer is there. Look for any spelling errors on the coupon and beware of a coupon with a quick expiration date. Scammers are trying to create a sense of urgency so that people click fast and don't double check to see if the deal is actually legit. One other good trick, if you hover over the coupon, it should show the business's website, and if it doesn't, it's probably fake.
All right, Annie, thank you. And we are back here in Wilmington, North Carolina, and flooding such a concern with this storm. And you're seeing exactly why where we are here downtown. That's the Cape Fear River behind us. And as high tide has come in and the rain continued to fall down, we have seen flooding just since the start of the show. We've felt this flooding continue to increase. And this inland flooding, not just the storm surge, not just the flash flooding, but the inland river flooding that we're seeing, it is expected to be a big problem because it's going to rain over the next couple of days. In fact, this river not expected to reach its highest point until tomorrow. Now, I want you to take a look at some of the areas that are at risk for some of this major inland river flooding that we are going to see. And a big problem with all of this is going to be that we really don't know what the full extent of the damage is going to be until the next couple of days. Now, one thing that we do know is that fewer homeowners in North and South Carolina have flood insurance compared to 5 years ago. The Wall Street Journal found the number of national flood insurance program policies in place in North Carolina, that's down 3.6% from 2013. In South Carolina, it's down 1.2%. Now, our investigator, Jace Larson, checking into another possible concern for insurance coverage.
Please do not let your guard down. The storm surge forecast associated with this storm has not changed. It has remained the same.
The governor of South Carolina is warning people about the danger of storm surge. The two Carolinas are expected to see up to 14 feet of storm surge over the next few days. Not only could the storm surge damage people's homes, but it could also give homeowners a bad surprise. Here's why. There's an obscure clause in some home insurance policies that says it doesn't always cover storm surge. According to something called the anti-concurrent causation clause, if two events like wind and water damage happen at the same time, only one of them is sometimes covered. There's something even worse. Insurers can choose to not pay for any of the damages. Now, there are 4 states that refuse to enforce this clause. They're California, North Dakota, Washington, and West Virginia. Insurers write the clause into their policies so that homeowners don't try to double up on damage claims. There is some good news, though. Some experts say the clause shouldn't affect most people's damage claims, as long as you're not trying to claim lost electricity, for example, in wiring, on both your wind and flooding policies at the same time.
Yeah, and we're back here in North Carolina and seeing plenty of flooding. Look where we are right here. This storm has brought a lot of rain, but can't forget about the wind it brought as well. Take a look at this video here. This is out of New Bern, North Carolina. Just shows how powerful the water and the winds are. How you can help people as you take a look at some of the damage that's already done. How you can help people impacted by this storm. That's going to be when the Now continues. Well, welcome back. I'm Chris Stewart here in downtown Wilmington, North Carolina. Flooding has really increased. Even just during our show, we've seen the floodwaters here with the Cape Fear River behind us continuing to rise as the tide has come in. And some people, they are going to need your help after they've been impacted by the storm. So we do want to get you some of the resources out there so you can donate, and that includes the Red Cross. Take a look on your screen right here. Here's some information that we have for you. They have been here before the storm. They've set up evacuation volunteers, and they don't have all the cots, the food, or the electricity, so you can help them by visiting their website, redcross.org. You can call them at 1-800-RED-CROSS, or you can text the word Florence to 90999. $10 is all they're asking for, but obviously any little bit helps. The Red Cross also looking for blood donations, specifically platelet and type O blood. You'll need to make an appointment for a donation. You can call that same 1-800 number to do that. Also important to note that donations given to the Salvation Army going to help a lot of people after this storm. They also have some mobile feeding units on the ground. Each unit can serve up to 1,500 meals a day. So you can help by donating at helpsalvationarmy.org, and you can also call at 1-800-SAL-ARMY. And that is going to do it for us today from Wilmington, North Carolina. This is a place where the rain is still falling. It is going to continue to fall for the next couple of days. So this is an area not out of the woods just yet after being impacted by Florence. I'm Chris Stewart.
All right, Chris, thanks. And coming up tonight on 23 ABC News at 11, we have a sneak peek of the special fashion show happening tomorrow. We'll show you how the 4th annual Meet Me in Paris event helps benefit the mission at Kern County's Ladies Guild. Again, that's tonight on 23 ABC News at 11. That and much more coming up later. We'll see you back here tonight at 11 o'clock.